The ALS computer. Like I said, what the ALS computer did basically is if the ALS computer on the shuttle or the other computers needed assistance, like if it couldn't do the calculations for something, it would send a request to the planet. Like, I need help with these calculations. Can you give me an assist? And basically, it would send the calculation stream or whatever, or what it wanted calculated to the planet, and the planet computers would be like, yes, and your numbers are, and send it back, and then the ALS would be like, oh, thanks, cool, got it. But I mean, most things are pretty much, they're pretty fast. I mean, we had pretty good electronics back in the day, and everything basically went pretty damn smoothly. I mean, it's not really like, you might say it's not rocket science, it's just like this vector, that vector, your weight. I mean, it's all, your body does thousands of calculations every second, basically, kind of thing. I mean, except you don't know it does. So, anyway, there's a lot about life and existence that everyone's just like, It's like, well, it's a bit more complicated than you think, and it's not as complicated as you might think. Anyway, though, a long time ago, Jack Nixon, some people, some humans, you might say, wanted to become immortals, yeah! And they really tried really hard. Mostly they just killed a lot of people. And they got pretty far, and basically they got slammed down really hard. And pretty much they just killed a bunch of people and ran, and then killed some more, and then killed some more, and then killed some more, and then eventually were found out to be really bad psychopaths, like the USAF people. Basically, they ran around Germany killing a bunch of people. And basically, they just had body armor suits that were made of titanium, Kevlar, and ceramics, and then another piece of Kevlar, and then another piece of titanium in a sandwich. Super strong, super hard, and used basically what's called, so it would just dent in when upon impact. Like you could hit it with a 45, like a handgun bullet, 45 at point blank. You could take a 45 and just go poof, and go ow, and it might break. The worst that'll happen is it would break your neck, possibly. Which is why they have that little shield down here, because it would, on the side it could break your neck. That's basically the biggest thing, but it would stop the bullet, and it's fairly light and durable. So anyway, so the USAF, people, whatever, USAF people ran around. They found the LS-F-71 Blackbird, and they killed a bunch of people, a whole bunch of people. Even though the plane was 500 years old or 1,000 years old, and they couldn't get it running, and basically they thought they had something, and they did. They had one of my jets. Anyway, they had no idea what they were sitting in front of at the warehouse, and they just started shooting. And then they went to another airfield and shot all the people there. And basically, they just wandered around killing a lot of people with these big power armor suits. Actually, they weren't power armor. They were just like I said, titanium, carbon fiber, and then a ceramic shield, and then carbon fiber, and then titanium again. And that combination, it's like titanium or depleted uranium. It's something like really strong, yet really thin. And actually had a very low comparable weight to weight ratio. And also the shield, the glass on the face shield looked about this thick and this big, but where your eyes was actually like right here, so it looked like you had this big shield on this big piece of glass. But and that was like a bulletproof glass thingy. The helmets were actually pretty thick, but it was like a shield space and shield, because now the helmets were thick, but the actual thing was like this big. Anyway, but then it basically protected your eyes with these little things right here, to try and make it so people couldn't really get an eye shot, because like the shield was like this big, so you didn't really know exactly where the eyeballs were, and the things were like this. So so to prevent people from going in your eyeball. So that's why they had a big face shield. They had a big black face shield on it. Anyway, though, so the USAF people, which were basically Nixon's private killers. Killer. Anyway, I like to say it all stupid-like because that's pretty much what it was. Basically just a bunch of fucking assholes and fucking idiots running around. They killed a bunch of people in China, stole the armor, and this black guy was like, Lucifer, you, or whatever, you don't share the good stuff. His name was Anton. I like to say it all stupid-like because he was really annoying and really stupid. Because he faced off against me, the real Lucifer, LS. Basically, I'm a computer, or was a computer, and pretty much 100 trillion years old. And I was like, and exoskeletons in 1.5 said we do, and yeah. Not in existence, or soon not to be in existence, and, well, don't go up against a 100 trillion year old creator of existence and particles. There was a lot about this universe that they didn't understand. And they died very, very, very painfully and viciously. And, well, in 100 trillion years of forever, they were just a couple people with guns. And they thought they were so powerful. And it's like, well, against the run-of-the-mill cheesy people, yeah, but I mean against like a real armored force, or real armored people and like space and spaceships, well, not so tough. Especially when you know what they have. So, and it turned out they weren't working for me. And they didn't really give a fuck about anything other than, hey man, let's fucking do some drugs. That's pretty much that was their calling. That was their war cry was, hey man, let's fucking do some drugs, yeah. That was basically how awesome and amazing they were, which was not very awesome or amazing. And they were shooting Indian scientists and engineers to basically cover everything up. And they shot their way across Germany. They shot their way across this place. They shot their way across that place. They were just pieces of shit with some armor. And they were like, oh yeah, alpha male. I like to say it all stupid like. Like I said, I like to really act stupid because they were like, you know, that's what they were. They thought they were all trained and professional. And they weren't. They were just fucking killers and psychopaths. You know, in body armor. Some black people, some white people, and then later on the girls were like, watch out, you'll hit Johnny, or you'll hit what's called, be careful. And it was really annoying. It was like Marilyn Monroe or something, I don't know. Anyway, it was a psycho freak that was going to kill her anyway, and they were all just psycho backstabbing freakazoids that had high caliber weapons, and they were just drug dealers that had armor, and they were really pathetic. And they had stolen a bunch of armor, raped and killed a bunch of people, tortured a bunch of people to get information. And like I said, they weren't all that powerful, and pretty much real exoskeletons with, like I said, they encountered some creatures where you couldn't take the armor off because, yeah, they are the exoskeletons, and they are the creatures inside their bodies, which are they just are made that way. And yeah, wicked fast, wicked deadly, and 1.5s, you know, were from like a 12 gravity world originally. So it was like for them. And basically, yeah, I mean, there is spaces and stuff. I mean, they do kind of like, they have this little by the way, also you can't really shoot between because they have this little titanium collar and stuff right here, and there's like this little thing, you know, they're very well made suits, so you can't even shoot, you can't even get a ricochet shot up. It's like, it's got like this little thing where I forget how it works. Anyway, we thought about everything. You can ask China. China knows everything about the armor. Anyway,